Hey, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's tomorrow. SC Sports rolls back at you. Got a great show. Got the Hall of Famer Claudia Rosano, Ralph Williams, RW Media, Fillmore, Bubbles. He's representing Southern University. He always has a sweatshirt for us. Claudio has his own clothing line, Claudia Rosano. And make sure you check out SC Sports World. You know, we have Giving Tuesday coming up. Make sure you go to the website, make a donation so we continue giving out all the trophies and all the awards. Make sure you give us a call. The numbers flash at 412-530-5063. We have someone new who's going to join the panel soon, and you can participate as well. But how's everybody doing?
Everything's good. Always good to be on with you guys.
Oh, man. It was good. We're doing better than the Steelers are right now after what they did against the Eagles. But we got JMD. Salute. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, JMD. JMD in the early. So make sure y'all come in. Claudio, get us started. What do you have in your huddle up? And Jim, tap in whenever you can.
All right. Well, last week I said Mason Rudolph is not even a top 20 starting quarterback. Top 5 backup. I was right. I said it's time for them to narrow things down and use their best weapons more often. Mount Washington, Warren, Gainwell. I guess they used Gainwell a little bit more. They could have used Warren more, and they didn't use Washington really at all, so that was bad. I said they should use Austin more. That didn't happen. They have to open things up a little bit more to help the running game. That didn't help. And then I said run. They didn't do that enough. I also said the coaching staff had to turn it up. I use that phrase all the time to my team, to my family, to everything, to myself. You got to turn it up. They didn't do it. This is what they got. Now they have to forget about all that. Okay. I remember one time when I was coaching, I was an assistant at Duquesne. I said, look, we're the season now from this day back doesn't count. It's over. It's done with. Now we're 0-0. We start over. All the mistakes, all the bad stuff, even some of the good stuff, forget about it. It's in the past. Let's move forward and start 0-0, new slate, and have a better attitude. Each of us turn it up. Coaching staff, players, everything. Of course, the coach that I was working for didn't understand that. That's why he's nowhere to be found, and I'm here on Steel City Sports World, but that's another story. But that's what they have to do. They have to turn it up, start over, look at their mistakes, what they've made, fix them, and let's start off. There's still plenty of time left, and they have the Ravens twice.
Yeah.
They have the Ravens twice. Okay, so let's just worry about ourselves, turn it up, start 0-0, and things can happen for the Steelers if they have that mentality.
Okay, I love it. Great as usual. We got Leslie K in the house. Coach, they must be one of your players. All right, Claudia.
Who is it?
Leslie K. Gabby. Okay. All right, we got Underground. Salute. Bears game hurt.
Hello there, Leslie.
What's up, Underground? All right, Danko. That ring a bell, Claudia?
Oh, for me, yes, of course, yes.
All right. Listen, man, Fillmore, you have something for us too. Then I'll go, man. Still waiting for that email address, Ralph. Go ahead, Fillmore. What you got for us?
And I always want to recognize Pittsburgh athletes. Want to recognize the great Schwing Cash out of McKeesport. She's out there winning awards. She got another one for Africana Gala that was here in Pittsburgh last week. It was for her contribution to women's athletes and sports. So she's doing great things, man. We don't talk about her enough. National champion, multiple time All-Star, WNBA champion. Yeah. Come on, she is not talked about enough, man. I'm shortchanging her resume right now, but she has a lot going on. So hey, please recognize Pittsburgh athletes when you see them. Swing Cash is one of the greats that ever come out this area. So recognize.
Absolutely. And, she's on the new channel that I saw her on NBC talking about NBA basketball. She's doing her thing. So, yeah, kudos to her. We had her back when she was coming out of McKeesport High School, getting ready to go to UConn and win championships there. So, yeah, we knew she was going to be special way back then out of McKeesport. And she's definitely somebody to pay attention to. Hey, mine is pretty quick, Phil Moore and Claudio Ralph. Listen, I went to the WPIAL Championships, a team that we've been following. I got a chance to walk on Heinz Field. The field is trash. It's messy. I had the referees in the back. They made some bad calls, but that's not why my main team lost. They played horrible. But Amani had a great season, 12-0. They just ran into a team I think is going to win the state. Avonworth put it on them, 2 pick sixes. The defensive line, offensive line dominated that game. They had some athletes that were just making plays all over the field. So kudos to Avonworth. I shortchanged them. Jim was on them the whole time. I thought Amani could give him a better game, but didn't. But kudos to them, man. But it was a great experience. Kudos to Clareton. They won. Seton LaSalle. Of course, Avonworth won. And then the big 4A, Peters Township came back and beat Pound Richland. They were down 19-0 and ended up winning the game 20-19. So that was a great game. And so support high school athletes. There's games Friday. Everybody's trying to win the championship. So, definitely go out there. But look for that field was in bad shape. I think it's going to be in bad shape Sunday for the Buffalo Bills game. But, hey, give us a call. We're about to get into this Bears Steelers game and break it down. Let me jump into these contacts here. All right. Let's see. God bless you. Kellen Marvel. Okay. Appreciate you for jumping in. Lori Penn, how much of Shedeur Sanders' success is a result of his individual talent versus the offensive system built around him? Oh, wow. She's coming in quick with the Shedeur Sanders. Listen.
That's a deep question right there. Okay.
Deep question. Listen, you want to jump in on it first? First of all, again, I'll say it again. I've been saying it since the draft. First round talent. There was no reason he should have been lasted all the way to the 5th. That was a humiliation ritual. I think it was a slap at Dion for him talking a lot of stuff about he's going to go where I want him to go, but he's proven everybody wrong. Great game against the Raiders. It was the Raiders. They're 2-8, but threw for 209 yards. He's the first quarterback for the Browns to win their first game as a rookie. The first one, they lost. The 17 quarterbacks before him lost their first game as a rookie. He came back and won. He has a chance again against another good team this time. They played a 49er, so it's going to be a lot tougher than what he had to go against with the Raiders. But he's playing. Myles Garrett, 18 sacks. But, yeah, I think it's a lot of individual talent. I don't like Kevin Stefanski. I think his offensive system is trash. I think he's playing favorites. There's no way Dylan Gabriel should have been starting over Shedeur Sanders. And I think he's going to continue to show that he should have been a number 1 pick. And if anything, he should not have been behind Dylan Gabriel. But you want to jump in on that?
Yeah, I got something for you, man.
Okay.
Since the late 1700s, the United States of America has had 47 presidents. Since 1999, the Cleveland Browns have had 42 quarterbacks. And I don't know what's worse right now, but Shedeur Sanders is the only starting a rookie quarterback to win a game. That says something from Tim Couch to him. That's amazing. So right now we have to understand who he is. He not only boosts the talent level of the quarterback position up, he boosts the team's morale up. They were excited he was in the game. They wanted to make plays for him, even though Jerry Jeudy did that weird dead leg thing that he was trying to do. He was trying to make a play anyway. So they wanted to play for him, not just the offense, but the defense wanted him to win. They wanted him in the game.
Right.
So he not only affects the actual play on the field, but the morale of the team as well. That right there is leadership. That is how you lead men, a leader of men. And as a rookie and the team galvanizes around you to want to do better, that's a gift. You can't teach that. You can't teach that ability to have other men, strong alpha men, drawn to you and say, you know what, I'm on you, young fella. That's something you cannot coach. You either have it or you don't. And
Yeah,
Shador has it in spades. Joker,
absolutely.
Joker,
Gilmore,
do sex.
the problem with what you're saying is the people who make those decisions have no clue what the hell you're talking about because they're followers. They're followers. This guy says no Shador. That guy says no Shador. And they're afraid to do what they feel is best. And again, not to interject myself all the time, I don't care what some other coach does because they all teach this. And Luther knows I'm not going to go on a tangent when it comes to hitting. They all teach the same thing. The Pirates have had 3, 4, or 5 different hitting coaches. It's all the same message because they're afraid to get off that lane. I could care less. I do my thing. The NFL people who pass Shador over, they're afraid. So what you said makes sense, but not to people with no sense. That's why I don't pay any attention to any of these so-called experts. I don't pay attention to any of these draft people for these teams. They're obviously not any good. Now, how they got the jobs, I don't know. What do you call a guy who finished last in med school? You call him a doctor. These people are making 6 figures. Write that one down too, Fillmore. Yeah,
I got that. That's
yeah, there you go.
All right. Hey, well, Lori, definitely thank you for the question. We appreciate that. We do have another guest who came on, Pensman Sports. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I try to work with Pittsburgh content. So I'm friends with Ralph Williams in real life. So anytime work with Ralph, it's a good time.
All right. Yeah, we're about to just get into this Bears-Steelers game. Ralph, you've been kind of quiet. Why don't you lead us on this? Bears beat the Steelers 31-28. Your thoughts on the game, Ralph?
Well, the Steelers beat themselves. I mean, it's real simple. Penalties, failure at the end of the game to execute the football. As Johnny Majors used to say, we didn't execute the football every time we lost or, Pitt lost. He would say that. We didn't execute the football. All right. It's just a bunch of stuff that they hurt they beat themselves. And here's the sad part about this. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. 5th and 6th string linebackers. And you can't make any hay with the 5th and 6th string linebackers that the Bears had out there. That gives credit to Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator for Chicago, who was able to change up the schemes, unlike the Steelers, and be able to stick it to the Steelers in the second half because they changed their defensive scheme. They started getting aggressive. I saw whatever passes did go to Darnell Washington, 4 guys taking them down, where Cincinnati had no answer for Darnell Washington. Dennis Allen did. Okay, so, they got this. Mike Tomlin got out-coached, which he does quite often. 18 years as a head coach, and he hasn't fixed his time management. That's still a problem, okay? And it's just one thing after another with this team. And now you got a bunch of guys who are overpaid, like Highsmith, in the tub all the time. Now you got Joey Porter with a hip injury. He'll be in the tub. And you can't help the club if you're in the tub. And you just got just so many things. But like Claudio said, let's put it aside. That's last week's news. It's this week's news. They got Buffalo and Josh Allen. If they blitz them, which they won't, but if they do enough of it, they can rattle his cage. And let's see if they do that. And if they do, they can win.
Houston got after him last week. Houston, that pass rush was brutal.
Yes,
Anderson
exactly.
And Hunter, they were really getting after him. And that offensive line has struggled at times. So we'll see. I mean, it's all Josh Allen. 1 week he's getting 6 touchdowns. He's the key. If they can stop him, that's going to be key. But they did have one addition. I thought the Steelers were really trying to get him in Brandon Cooks, and he's now with Buffalo. And, I think that was a bad move. Fillmore, actually, we do have a call. Caller, say your name, where you're calling from. Is this Mark?
Yes, sir. Hey,
Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. What's on your mind, Mark?
Hey, listen. A couple of things, man. I'm just a little worried about my Steelers now. And some things that we immediately thought it would be in a W column, and they struggled. And so, and the lack of consistency. And I have to also publicly apologize because I have often kind of given up a little bit on Mason Rudolph. But you know what? I think Mason Rudolph is doing the best with what he got. And at best, Rudolph is a great second-string quarterback. He's good for 3 games out of the year, and he struggles back there,
Yeah.
And so I don't get off on him that much because I kept wondering, why don't you go downfield? Why don't you go downfield? Hey, why don't you hit the side of the barn? I mean, this guy can punish people, Mount Washington, when they try to take him down. But I want to talk about this Sedor thing. I didn't watch the game. I heard about his win, but I heard something else about him. I think it was like a 30-second little thing, which to me told me a little bit more about what he's made out of. They said that his house was burglarized.
Right.
And they think while he was at a game or either at practice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
When they interviewed him, he smiled and he said, hey, it's okay. I didn't get hurt or, they just took things or something like that. It's okay. No worry. And I said, what? A young man like that that's not caught up on the material things and didn't feel violated? But that showed me made of maybe a little something different, and that is he has the right things in order, in perspective, in terms of what you worry about. Hey, that's property. I can't worry about that. I can't carry it around with me. Unfortunately, nobody got hurt, and items and things can be replaced. So I thought that was a real mature sign. I am curious to hear how you guys are going to call this game, but I am concerned because Baltimore is moving up.
Yeah. Baltimore's in first place now. Yeah, they went from 1-5 to 6-5 and took over first place. It's going to be tough. Yeah, 6-5. Here's one thing I want to kind of talk to people about. Yes, the coaching has been horrible, and I have some plays I want to highlight. Once we get down further into the show, the plays is horrible, but also the players are not making the basic plays they need to make. We saw Patrick Queen plenty of times in position to make plays. He's not making the plays. I don't like Harrison in there. I think Peyton Wilson, we have to learn. We have to grow with him. He has to grow into the position. He's not the best run stopper now, but I would rather make mistakes with him out there than Harrison. Harrison is taking too many snaps away from him. And I said on our post-game show on Sunday, you have to live with Peyton Wilson. He's the most talented linebacker you have on your team. Keep him out there. Because Harrison's not stopping the run. Holcomb has not been, active. I would keep him in. Him and Quinn. But I'm more disappointed in Quinn. Quinn came over from Baltimore Ravens, and he's been a disappointment since. Now he's complaining about the coaching. He's talking about his lack of aggression. I hold him accountable for a lot of it, Mark. I really do. Mark, you still on the line?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say one thing, and then I'll hang up. I did notice it looked like that they were paying a little better detail to tackling. There were a couple of shoestring tackles where they held on until help came, and so that looked like somebody taught them some basics of really holding on. But something, if you can put in the parking lot of your mind, Luther and you guys, and that is, at some point, isn't it time to have a discussion about the City League in Pittsburgh here? And I don't know the rules of WPIAL, but isn't it time to combine what's left of the high school teams and see if you can get a special waiver, special approval from WPIAL to say, hey, will you allow us to have 3 teams coming out of this region, maybe a quad A team, maybe a triple A, and maybe a team double A, but it would be the greater Pittsburgh school district or something along that line, because there are schools, of course, that's not able to field a team, and it just makes sense. Everything is fine. But hey, I'd like to hear your opinion on that at a later date or whatever. But thanks, man. I want to hear you guys how you gonna call this game.
Okay.
I appreciate that, Mark.
Okay, Luther,
Thanks, Mark.
I can comment on that.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
hey, Luther, can I just say one thing? I'm sorry, my last one, I'm out of here. Hey, Claudio,
Yes, sir.
I wish I knew the technology to tape all of your little sayings that you say. That doctor thing was pretty good. But the other thing you said a couple of months ago about two guys, or was it two Italian guys, and who about the secret or something, that was a good one too. So
Claudia's the master of those
I
one line.
appreciate it, Mark, and we appreciate you, Mark. We appreciate you.
Definitely do. We definitely do.
Sir.
All right, Mark.
I'm learning every time I call. Talk to you.
Talk to you. Listen, Mark. As far as the city league, that's something we've been trying to get them to combine with the Whippy. It's not going to happen. We
That
just
has been discussed.
hold on.
That has been
It's been discussed. Hold on, Mark. Yeah, it's been discussed. But the Pittsburgh Public Schools, they just had a vote. They were going to close some schools, and now they're not. They're going to try with the new, I guess, board when they start again. But it's not going to happen. The city is going to be with the city. It's not going to combine with the Whippy anytime soon. I've spoken to a couple board members. That's not on the plate at all. I think it would help, but it's not going to happen.
They were offered double by a real estate guy that I know. They were offered double for Couples Field to sell it, and they wouldn't sell it. They were offered double the price, and they wouldn't sell it. So,
well, if you're going to have your league, you need to have somewhere to play. They're not going to move.
They were going to move them to Highmark Stadium. That's what they were going to do. And the Riverhounds said you could come, but they didn't go. So I don't know.
I guess they have more control over Couples than they would at Highmark. Yeah. I think that's part of it as well. But real quick, let's get our Pensman Sports. Let's get your take on the Bears game, and then we'll come back to Mark and Fillmore and Claudia. What was your thoughts? First of all, did you have them winning before the game, and what were your thoughts afterwards?
Well, I always have Steelers. I always have. I'm a big Steelers fan. I know you guys are meeting me for the first time, but I've been a Steelers fan since 1994. So my first quarterback was Neil O'Donnell. So that's taking you back. So I just want to let you know that. So every game I'm going with the Steelers. But Ralph Williams and we cover the game. I do play-by-play and post-game with him, and I do a lot of things with the Steelers and trades and all kinds of stuff on my channel. But first half was dominated by the Steelers, and then Ben Johnson, he came by and he made second half adjustments, and Mike Tomlin got out coached, and that's what happened. I was disappointed, but it is what it is. We could have had that game, but that false start and that late in the game when Mason Rudolph ran up to the middle, we were almost in field goal range, but that false start by number 76, I can't remember his name, but he was a false start.
Yeah, actually, that was Calvin Austin and Gainwell. They didn't cover up. They didn't cover up for Tana.
Yeah. And then you see Rodgers on the sideline. He's like, no.
Right. But, and I think if he's in there, that doesn't happen because he makes sure that the alignment is covered up. But as receivers, running backs, you learn that from day one. You have to cover them up. That's unexcusable. I don't blame that on coaching. I blame that on the player because that's not how the play was designed. If you look at Calvin Austin,
Mason's not good. Like he doesn't know how to adjustment.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph doesn't know how to make audibles and control the players. That's just not experience he has.
Right. He's a backup. He's a backup. He's good for a change of pace, but if you need him to win a game, it's not going to happen. A key thing was after the Steelers scored in the first half, towards the end, they let the Bears drive all the way down and get in field goal position to make it 21-17. I think that was huge. I didn't like the play calling the first series. The first play, they ran 9 yards with Warren, and then they come out and throw a bomb to DK. And Mason Rudolph does not have the arm. He's not accurate. I don't know if he was trying to make a back shoulder throw, but it was a horrible pass, and it was an incredible interception. Although I don't think he got both feet in before he landed out of bounds. To me, I looked at it a couple times, but they shouldn't have thrown that pass. That was bad play.
Like Ralph said, that's John Hussey for you. He has something out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what it is, but Ralph knows it. It's the crew.
Yeah,
it's definitely a crew. All right, Fillmore. Claudia, weigh in on this game.
So, Luther, one thing I wanted to talk about is just piggyback on you about Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen now has 19 missed tackles on the season, and that's tops of that's like top 3 players with missed tackles. So he has no room to talk. His execution is wrong. That's not coaching. That's execution. So when we're talking about stuff like that, we talk about lining up offside. We talk about not covering the tackle. That's player issues. When we talk about overthrowing or underthrowing receivers, that's players not coaching. Now the scheme did not adjust at halftime. I'm tired of that tackle pitch. Like you're pitching off tackle. That's weird as heck. Just hand the ball. Just hand the ball. Don't pitch off tackle. That play does not work. They run it 3 times a game. It don't work.
Yeah.
And they're running jet sweeps with John New Smith. Stop it. We did the jet sweep. I'm jet sweeped out with Canada. I'm jet sweeped out. I can't do it no more. I can't do it.
I want the old school football back where they just keep running it.
Yeah, Arthur Smith's playbook is very basic. No creativity. There's not once where you said, "Oh, that was a great play." You know, the closest we came to it was the fake tush push.
Right.
and that was the best play right there. But a lot of it, honestly, I think a lot of the game came down to a lack of execution. Coaching did play a part, but players got to play. I'm a big advocate of that. Players have to play. They only had 1 sack and 1 hit on Caleb Williams.
Yeah. I mean, it was a huge sack. It was a touchdown.
It was a huge.
That was it.
You only got 1.
Exactly. He was too
come on, man.
His jersey was clean. Caleb's jersey was clean.
They might as well just everybody share TJ Watt's contract because he's not earning it.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, I don't know who to go to say. You got to type that again. I've been telling you guys about Smith. El Deco, yes. Eli, you've been saying it. All right, we got Lori. Yes. We're it's Steel City Sports World. Yes. Steel City Sports World is involved in the Day of Giving. Make sure you go to the website, scsportsworld.com. All the information is there. We want to continue to be able to give trophies out and help us with our mentoring program as well.
I got a question for everybody.
Hold on real quick. Arthur can't coach Smith. All right, Eli. Everybody's put in on the coaches. Real quick before you do that, Claudia, let me get you to weigh in on this, and then we'll come back. Go ahead.
Great points, Fillmore. Great points, Fillmore. And Luther, if you want to get Luther mad, talk to him. And he's right. Every coaching opening, what do? Arthur Smith. And I don't understand it. I know Luther gets all wound up about that, and he's right. But Joe Theismann once said, there's no such thing as a bad game plan. There's bad execution. Well, yeah, but he never saw Arthur Smith, his game plan. Okay. You know, the Steelers, number one, you're right about Patrick Queen. 19 missed tackles. You know, don't throw the coach under the bus. He didn't tackle him. That's you punching and missing tackles. Number two, the Steelers do rely on yards after catch, which is best thrown where? In the middle. They didn't throw in the middle. So why do we know that, but they don't? That's what I'm going to get. And again, they're living in their fears. But what I don't understand is, again, I've used this as an example before. Luther heads this show, okay? If Luther's asking me about the quarterback play and I talk about the shortstop of the Pirates, Luther's going to say, hey, Claude, we're talking about the Steelers, okay? You know, Tomlin should say, hey, wait a minute. This isn't working, okay? Like Fillmore said. Fillmore said it, so why the hell isn't Tomlin saying it? Okay, and I don't want to blame everything on Tomlin. The players do have to do their thing without question. But again, why do we know that, like Ralph said, you know, it takes 4 guys to bring down Washington? I've been on him since he came up, and they're not using him properly. And he's shown that he's a man. That guy's a beast. Use him. Warren, I did say he was a splash guy, or a weapon, I should say. I was wrong. He is a guy who can carry the ball 20 sometimes, and I think he can get you 100 yards. Use Gainwell more. They have the weapons, but Arthur Smith, I don't know what the hell he's doing. But yet, like Luther gets mad about, every time there's an opening, they mention him. Now, again, they have to learn from their mistakes. Okay, this is the game plan I've been using. It didn't work. Next game, the hell with it. I'm going to open up the playbook. If we lose, we lose. Okay, you got to give it a shot. And like in life, if you don't ask, it's already a no. If you don't take a shot, you're going to. Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan both said we missed 1,000% of the shots we didn't take. Take some shots. Open it up.
I got you. I feel you on that, Claudio. Hey, we do have a phone call. LD, what's on your mind? Thanks for the call, LD.
Hey, LD.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about last week's game.
Okay.
The Steelers, when they got the ball, they had a running back. He gained 9 yards. So I'm sitting there, and I'm saying to myself, I know they're going to run the ball so they can get a first down. And they throw a pass that's not an easy pass to complete. And you got a quarterback who hasn't really played very much. So to me, that wasn't the right play to run. And the other thing is that team getting that interception gave them confidence. Missing all those players, what you got to do is try to be the first one to score.
Right.
But when they intercepted that pass and scored a touchdown, they just got so much confidence because they were leading. And a lot of these NFL games, the team that scores first, in a lot of cases, win the game. I just thought that was a terrible call. Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I said the same thing earlier. I didn't like it at all. And then they went away from it. They started going shorter and shorter. And then finally, the second half, the Bears adjusted to it. And there was no adjustment made by Arthur Smith. So I agree. I thought they should have pounded it against Chicago a little more. Those turnovers were huge. The interception, the fumble. And I think having, Darnell Washington blocking their best pass rusher, I don't understand the scheme. I don't understand why you kept having that. Yes, he's a great blocker for a tight end, but we're talking about, this guy was making plays in the Super Bowl. I mean, he is one of the top rushers right now, and you have him blocking one-on-one with their best pass rusher. What part of the playbook is that? I mean, the scheme was bad, LD.
LD, I tell my team every single game, throw the first punch, throw the second 3, keep punching. If we're down 10, score 11. If we're up 10, score 11. Be aggressive, but you hit it right on the head. And the momentum was lost. I don't know. It's just the scheme's bad. The execution, like Fillmore said, it's bad. It's all bad. But okay, now we have to learn from it and let's change it. These are professional athletes. These are professional coaches. They should be able to make adjustments and move on from what they had. But that's time. I hate to say we'll see, but we're going to have to see. I doubt it's going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. My best smoking Jim impression is that, when Mason is throwing these wayward balls and especially in the last drive, he had Calvin Austin streaking down the sideline, and he threw the ball to the boundary. George Pickens would have caught it. He would have caught anything that throw that way. But for some reason, we can't keep George Pickens.
Right, for sure.
I had to keep Jim Spirit alive.
Right. Every show you got to crowbar George Pickens in, and I don't want to talk about him. He's having a great year. That's great. He wouldn't have been doing that here. He would have been more of a cancer because he wouldn't have been putting up all these yards here because the scheme is wrong. He has a better quarterback and a better offensive scheme. LD, what else you got for us?
I just got a question about the next game. Do you think against Buffalo, both our running backs, first stringer and second stringer, should get at least 10 carries each? And
if not more.
Yeah. Supposed to be weak.
Right.
I want to know how you guys think about that.
Okay.
I'm going to hang up and listen.
All right. Thanks for the call, LD. Appreciate you. Yeah, I feel you, LD. Listen, Buffalo has struggled against the run all year. You make sure you run it down. I mean, Big 13 personnel. I understand Broderick Jones is out. You're going to have a backup left tackle. Go big and force Buffalo to stop the run. I mean, we've seen them lose games like that before. Run the ball, keep Josh Allen off the field. That is your only chance to win this game.
And don't run with Jonnu Smith, please.
Listen, the more Jonnu Smith is off the field, the better I feel. There's no reason he should be taking so many snaps away from Pat Freiermuth. I'm sorry. I don't see what they saw in him. I know Arthur Smith had him.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen. Yeah. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Jonnu Smith is not the one that needs to have all these snaps. Darnell Washington, Pat Freiermuth. Jonnu, just switch them up. Hey, real quick, we have Underground is in there. He says, fellas, what do you think about the 2 tush pushes? Whew. Wow.
If it works, use it. If it don't, stop.
Well, all right. Listen, the first one, I think they got it wrong. I mean, I don't think they blew the whistle so daggone quick. It was a makeup call for what they did to the Bears to play before, where they let the play go on, and Y.A. Black took the football. But there's no way. They had the overhand camera. You saw Hayward go past it, 2 yards past it, but there was some confusion about the snap. It was messed up from the beginning. But when you saw the replay, even the announcers said they thought he got the first down. That was a huge call because that turnover meant nothing.
Washington basically threw him over there.
Right. It was an easy first, but the second tush push, that was great. Faked it, and they had Gainwell running for 55 yards. I thought he scored, but his arm came out before he hit the pile on.
Here, Connor.
Great call. Yeah, great call. Great call by that one. We got the Sportsnet. What's up, Sportsnet? Thanks for jumping in. My guy Pensman's there. Okay. And we got Convos with Cam. Thank you.
Sports Nuts is some friends of mine, and Pensman's as well, Luther. And also all my sports programming will be going on there, on their network.
All right. There you go. Appreciate you guys. Convos with Cam. Appreciate you. Make sure you go check out her station as well, the Sports Nuts. Definitely. All right. We have no callers on here. All right. Let's jump back in here. Anything else we want to add to the Bears game, or we want to jump into the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, I got one thing to say if I can.
Go ahead.
Why'd you go away from the run? They had 189 yards rushing. Why don't you just stay with the plan?
Yeah,
I just don't get that. Back when I was younger,
I think what they do is
it was so annoying.
They outthink themselves. They outcoach themselves. And they try to be cute. And like the great play callers don't try to be cute. What they try to do is just to be creative and to try to fool you. But I think people like that, like Smith, they outcoach themselves. And that's what you see. What's the old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they break. Right. They keep leaving. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Just stick with it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, I had some plays I wanted to pull out. Now, listen, talk about scheme. This is 3rd and 2. Why do you have just 2 defensive linemen on the field, Hayward and Bitten? And then you see Watt gets chopped. That is the easiest touchdown. It's 3rd and 2.
I could have ran in that.
The personnel was wrong. It's just Hayward and Bitten, the smallest. And here, once again, that's just a great move by DJ Moore. Again, the middle of the field was wide open all day as we look at the all 22, wide open. And that's just a great play. I mean, Caleb Williams, young player. Once again, Patrick Queen misses a wide open sack. That's one of the 19 you were talking about. Nobody blocked him. He didn't come close to touching the quarterback.
He didn't even dive at him.
Right. I mean, that's a poor effort. And he wants to talk about the coaching, which the scheme is bad. How do you miss that? One arm.
He could have done right there.
Yeah, he didn't break down or anything. Nobody touched him. That is the poor effort that I'm talking about from Patrick Queen and some of these guys. But let's jump into this Buffalo Bills game. Fillmore, you've been kind of quiet. Why don't you start us off on this?
Well, I feel this is the same as the Colts game, where we see the Steelers are struggling and they're tripping over themselves into another game, and we feel that they're going to lose. But for some reason, these are the games that Tomlin pulls out. Don't know why, but this is the game that Tomlin pulls out. But I'm not picking them, okay? Because we're going to play man to man, and we're going to turn our backs on Josh Allen, and he's going to skedaddle like he's Michael Vick and Randall Cunningham.
Wow.
For some reason, I see that happening. One thing the Steelers do not do, and this is what bugs me. I'm a Tomlin apologist, okay? But this sickens me about Tomlin. He will not take the pluses that another team has done and apply it to his team.
Okay.
He always figures that his scheme is better.
Right.
Take what worked last week. You see where they're weak at. Mimic that. See if they can stop it or not. And
Great point.
I guarantee you he won't do that. We're going to go to the same old, and it's not going to work. So I see Josh Allen and James Cook getting loose.
Okay.
And it's going to be more on. Josh Allen may pass for 200 yards, but the ground game is going to kill him because they're going to read option to death. And James Cook is still a dope running back.
He's very underrated. Very underrated. He's good in the backfield. He's good out of the backfield. Very underrated player. And he
breaks tackles.
Yeah.
And I think he led the league last year in rushing touchdowns. So he has a nose for the end zone. And Josh Allen just knows how to bomb the Steelers anyway. So
absolutely. We got Frank Jackson. He says Steelers have no chance. Wow. Okay, Frank. How you really feel? No chance?
They have a chance. Everybody
Claudia weigh in, and then we'll go to Ralph and Pensman. Go ahead.
Luther made some great points about, they were in the nickel. They only had 2 defensive linemen. Fillmore articulated some great points as well. Luther and Fillmore, let me ask you, how many hours did you spend watching game film this week? More than the Steeler coaches?
Absolutely not.
Again, just like whenever baseball season, I can tell you flat out why these guys are hitting 210, 205. These guys are in that room watching these hitters constantly. They know how many steps the damn hitter takes from the dugout to home plate. But I see it in 2 seconds, and I see it, and you don't. You guys just articulated. I've said a few things, Ralph, Pensman. We've all said some things. Pensman said, the running game's working. Keep doing it. How come they didn't do it? Luther's talking about the defensive scheme. How come they don't fix it? Fillmore's talking about what the other team did last week. How come you don't apply it? That's what I don't get. We're fans. We're not there at the office looking at game film hour after hour after hour.
And we don't get paid either.
So again, there they are doing what they do, and it just blows my mind. Now, if you do make a good call and it gets beat by the other team, oh yeah, okay, great. It happens. But it's ridiculous, and I have no confidence. Like what Fillmore said, I do not think they're going to win the game. I think it's going to be based on heart and passion, and I think it'll come out like that, like LD said at first, throwing the first punch. But I think it'll fade.
Okay.
Yeah, they throw the first punch, don't throw the last, and you have to throw punches all the time.
Yeah. You have to be consistent. You have to be not just splash, Ralph. That's right.
Right.
Not just splash. Be consistent.
You got to quit trying to shove a square peg into a round hole. They keep trying to do that too, and that's another problem with this team.
Okay.
Well, I think that's where the outthinking themselves comes in.
Yes.
You have a score for us. You have a prediction on a score, Claudio and Fillmore.
I'll say Buffalo 29, Pittsburgh. I should say Boswell because he's going to get a lot of kicks. I'll say 29-24. And that might be generous.
I say 31-17.
Oh,
okay.
It's not going to be nice.
It's not going to be nice. All right, Ralph, and then we'll go to
I'm gonna do a Smoke and Jim kind of thing, but I won't say the same score. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Here we go.
I'm gonna say Buffalo 30, Steelers 27. That's my score. Okay. And I know what Smoke and Jim's score is going to be because it's the same one every week. So,
well, Jim said 34-32.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I wanted him to say it though. That's why.
Right. Pesman, let me give you this, and then we have a call. All right, what your thoughts on it, and give me a score.
If Pittsburgh covers the middle, like you showed us in the Chicago Bear, they didn't cover the middle. If they cover the middle, if they do their research, I see you, Phil. I see you shaking your head. But if they cover the field and stick with the running play and they see something working, if they stick to that, they'll win. But I have them winning 28-21. If they stick to their game.
I
told you.
He said it from the jump.
I love it though. I love it.
Listen, and plus, they lost last week, so they can win this week and then lose next week. That way, they can get their 9-8.
9-8.
Hey, who the goat said where the trick plays at?
Stick to the standard.
Yeah,
they had the trick play, right? They had the trick push, and they had the two John New Smith jet sweeps.
Oh God, there you go.
You know what, though,
They were tricks.
You guys watch the Ram Buccaneer game, or even the Dallas, a lot of these offenses, and even some defenses, but let's just stick to the offense. And you say, damn, that's the Steelers can't compete with that. Some of the creative.
It looks like they're playing a different game. I mean, all the movement and the moving part.
Here's a thought.
You know exactly what it's going to be. I'm calling the plays before it happens.
Oh, yeah, well, here's the thought. Here's the thought to get some more points and not waste Boswell's toe. Have a backup quarterback, either Will Howard or Mason Rudolph, hold the football, and then come up and throw the ball for a fake. Do it every time until they stop it. There you go. That's
the backyard plays for
him. Yeah, exactly.
He's all the help he can get with some trickery, because everybody knows exactly what he's going to do.
If they do the annexation of Puerto Rico, it's going to go every time.
Hey, let's jump in. We got Sean on the phone. Sean, what's on your mind? Thanks for the call, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right. How happy Thanksgiving to everybody, for one. You too,
Thanksgiving, Sean.
Being up here in Columbus, we got the Cincinnati Patriots game, so I didn't watch that. I just listened to the Steelers game on the radio.
Okay.
Looks like the Steelers pretty much handed Chicago the game with turnovers. They had 2 turnovers, and they had the turnovers on downs, and I'm pretty sure Chicago scored on every turnover the Steelers had.
They did, yeah.
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
14 points off.
They had at least 14. Yeah, they had 14 at least.
A turnover is to get points for your team, you know.
Yeah. The rest of the season, I still think they can make the playoffs. They just got to stay injury-free, because now it seems like a lot of NFL teams, it's just attrition now with this long schedule. So they can still win the division, because I don't think Baltimore, something ain't right with that team. Lamar Jackson, I guess, I know they won 5 games in a row. I don't know if teams have caught up to him or not, but I still think we can win a division. But we'll see what happens with it. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, I think we can too, but the Ravens' schedule is much easier than the Steelers. They had a lot of tougher games during the beginning. Yeah. Now the Steelers, they have a Buffalo. They have, the Ravens twice.
Detroit. They got the Lions. Sell the lines out. I mean,
so they're going to have to play their best ball, because they have a couple
more with Cleveland.
Who knows what Cleveland's
and Miami, and they have a Miami.
Miami. The Ravens still got Green Bay and the Patriots, so those are 2 tough games for them.
You know what, though, guys? We're talking about their opponents, but I won't get the number right. But I think the past 60 games, or I don't know what it is, they haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter. I don't know what that stat was, but it was pretty bad. Back to LD. They got to start throwing the early punch. They can't come from behind all the time. They got to score more than field goals. So it doesn't matter who they're playing, who Baltimore is playing. They have to turn it up.
Absolutely. Right. For sure. What else you got for us, Sean? Oh, and congratulations, man. Mello had a game at that Evansworth game. He scored the first
Yeah,
touchdown in the game. What'd you say?
Oh, his mom said, thanks for the shout out. I showed her the message you sent. His mom said, thank you. I'll make sure to get some stuff lined up with you and him in the future. I just got to talk to the mom, but you met him and the mom and you see how they are. And
yeah.
So, long as I can get it lined up, if you need them, let me know and I'll get it lined up. I wasn't really trying to go in on that, but they did beat Imani last year, and they pretty much had all their players coming back as well.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to win states this year. So, and I guess since my cousin had that pick six to start the game, Romello Blanchard, I guess he's been getting reached out in regards to how he's doing. So I'm just excited for his mom, excited for him.
Absolutely. Yeah, he had an incredible game. 3 other sacks. He was putting pressure on all game long. So, kudos to him. And you said he was going to make plays, and he definitely did.
Yeah, I'm just happy for him. Like I told you, last year he was at my wedding. He was going into the 9th grade. He was just a little smaller than me. Now I'm looking up to him.
Yeah, he had a growth spurt.
They grow fast, Sean. They grow fast.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean. So, what do you think about this Buffalo game? It's because we're running out of time. Do you think they have a shot? We're coming up with some scores and figuring out how they can do it. What are your thoughts on the game?
I think out of both teams, whoever loses this game, they may have to make the playoffs as a 7th seed. But I don't see Buffalo winning their division.
Oh, yeah. New England.
No, they're not catching
New England's running away with it. They'd have to win out, and New England would have to fall completely apart. So it's pretty much a must-win for both games. I mean, for both teams, Buffalo and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I think they should win a game, but, Buffalo fans, they always show up in Pittsburgh. So, it's the holiday season. We'll see how it goes. I just realized my Miami Hurricanes, they play our Pitt on Saturday. That's
yes, indeed.
Let's pray for a crystal ball special. Let's pray for a crystal ball special.
Hey, listen, Pitt pulled the upset against Georgia Tech last week. I don't think a lot of us had them doing that.
That wasn't no upset because, I follow college football a lot. And in the ACC, Georgia Tech won a lot of close games.
True.
And like we were saying, if you jump out on a team, let's see what they do. Pitt jumped out on them.
Jumped out on them quick.
Yeah,
right.
Jumped out on them.
And they kept it going. They didn't stop. So.
Yeah. Yes.
But that was a surprise. Go down to Georgia Tech and put those numbers up. Although I don't know I don't think Pitt has beaten Miami this weekend.
Once under Narduzzi with the first year of Kenny Pickett at Heinz Field. That was the one time they beat.
The first start. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see it. And Miami's only lost 2 games. I still remember that highlight catch they had at the beginning of the season against Notre Dame. But I just think they have too much talent. I don't think it'll be as bad as the Notre Dame game, but I have them win by at least 14 against Pitt this weekend.
Yeah. So we'll just see how things play out. I want the Steelers to finish out strong. Like I said, I just think injuries, if they can stay healthy, I think they'll be fine. And like people were saying earlier, they got to be able to make changes after halftime.
Right.
It's just frustrating. I think the Steelers have talent. I just don't know if they got the offense and defensive coordinator to get things done.
They don't. You're right, Sean.
I don't believe so either. But do they have that overwhelming talent? No, they don't. I mean, they have average talent, but they don't have great talent.
They have average overpaid talent.
Maybe back from 2017, it would have been overwhelming. But right now, even defensively, a lot of their playmakers are old. They're past the prime, including T.J. Watt. He's still good, but his best days are beyond him. You know,
we haven't heard from Smoking Jim Luther. I hope you didn't forget about him, did you?
George Pickens has caught another pass from
right.
Prescott.
He's riding George Pickens on some broadcast. He's trying to get an interview with George Pickens somewhere. Hey, Sean, man, any final thoughts?
One thing. Say that again, Luther.
Any final thoughts as we get ready to close up?
One final thing. I'm tired of people saying the Steelers should have kept George Pickens.
Thank you.
George Pickens did not want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. His attitude proved it. Let him go to Dallas. Good. He's doing well in there. But it's a calendar. It's a contract year for him coming up.
Right.
We had to move on. We just got to scheme our weapons to be usable. And Arthur Smith is not scheming our weapons to be usable.
No, and Omar Khan's not signing the players that were out there that could have been signed.
Exactly.
Okay, there were a bunch of talent out there that could have been signed. The Steelers
tight ends don't work.
Right, and they didn't have the answer to that. So, what do? I'd rather George Pickens come here and clean out his last year and be gone. Oh, so what? We go to the second round of playoff.
It wouldn't have gone well. It would not have gone well, Ralph.
Hey, Fillmore. Hey, Fillmore. Here's another one, Fillmore. Another Italian saying, brother. An aching tooth is better out than in.
Thank you. Oh, I love that.
There you go. Wow.
Yes.
I get the attitude, but his talent, you can't replace his talent, and the Steelers have not.
But Ralph, look, Ralph, he could have all the talent in the world, but he was not a good fit here. And he would not, I know what you say about being in the tub and all that. He would not have been in the tub, but he'd have been in the sub in the river. His mind would not have been here. It would not have been good.
I'll give you that one, Claudia. I'll give you that one.
He would have been, listen, the top receiver has 500 yards. 573 yards. You think he would have been happy with that? No, it's a contract year. He would not have been happy. He wouldn't be blocking for the running backs. It would have been a bad situation. There was a reason he fell in the draft. It wasn't just because he was coming off an ACL. He had issues at Georgia, and he's continued to have those at Pittsburgh. He's playing better now, although he still has the unsportsmanlike conducts. He still has he got suspended for a half with CeeDee Lamb in Vegas, but he's putting up numbers, but we'll see.
Dallas's playbook works for him.
Right.
I can't play as a teammate, right? As all the sports that I'm playing, I play a lot of sports, organized. I cannot deal with a teammate that plays when he wants to.
Yep.
I'd rather put his backup in that's going to give 100 every play than the talented guy that gives it sometimes going to pout. I will actually punch him in his mouth. I did at Westinghouse. I will punch him in his mouth.
Change of atmosphere, Fillmore, does good for some people, and I'm glad he's change of atmosphere in Dallas. But we have to look at this perspective, and the fact of the matter is the Steelers never replaced it.
Well, that's the problem. They didn't do a good job of replacing him.
Exactly.
But they would have had the same playbook. They would have had the same playbook with Pickens here. It'd have been the exact same story with Austin and everybody else. So again, like I think he's gone. He's done. Move on.
Yeah. I mean, it does get on your nerves seeing them put up highlight after highlight.
Yeah, but like Fillmore said,
he did beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday.
Pardon me?
He did beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday.
His talent was never in question.
Right.
Never. That's right.
It was a middle. It was his head.
Yeah.
And again, Fillmore's talking about a teammate, and he's 1,000% right. Imagine what a coach is thinking. You don't want that.
It wasn't
Jerry Jones has been known to sign dangerous players. You know that. Jerry Jones always signs psycho dangerous players. You know that. He's done it before.
So did the Raiders, and it worked.
Yeah, and the Raiders. Yeah, but it worked in the Raiders. That's a whole different ballgame.
Back in the day. Hey, Sean, are you still on the line? All right, looks like
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. All right, Sean, man. Appreciate the call, man.
Thanks, Sean.
Okay, guys. Enjoy this weekend of all this football coming up starting tomorrow.
All right, yeah. Can't wait. Happy Thanksgiving, Sean. All right, let's
Okay, same to you.
All right, let's go real quick. I think everybody gave their scores. I got to give mine. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going with Buffalo. I hate picking against the Steelers at home, but I think with Broderick Jones being out of the game, I think we may have some trouble blocking. That's a big loss. He has a neck injury. Derek Harmon is also going to be out the game.
Number 74 is tackle eligible.
And we'll see. So we got Spencer Anderson going to take his spot. It's going to be rough.
Is not tackle eligible.
Right. So that gets rid of the jumbo package because you need an athletic tackle out there.
Package. They'll just put Peak in.
Pete, or Calvin Anderson,
and they'll still have Anderson in there, as a swing tackle. But they're not going to change. We'll see how it works. But I have Buffalo winning this game, a close one, 27-24. I think the Steelers will be able to run, but I think the combination of Josh Allen, James Cook will be a little too much for them to handle. And unless T.J. Watt and Highsmith and Herbig have that type of game that Houston
is out.
Happening.
I think Tomlin ruled Highsmith out as well.
I didn't see. I thought he was questionable. I know Harmon.
Okay.
I know Harmon and Broderick Jones are out. I thought there was still a chance Highsmith could play. But man, this guy's always.
Highsmith did practice today.
Right. I think he's going to play still more. But then again, with him, you never know. He might go home and come down the steps wrong, and then his foot's hurt, and he doesn't play.
No.
The man is always the man is Mr. Class. He's street clothes. You never know what's going to happen with Highsmith.
He might get butt cheek bursitis or something. Who knows?
No, Luther, I just got word from one of my backdoor sources, and Highsmith slipped on a banana peel today and will not play. So there you go.
Like I said, man.
All right,
butt cheek bursitis. That's what it is.
And power rankings. Let's get the power rankings real quick. Give me your top 5, Claudio.
Giants, Jets, Cleveland.
Jim never left.
Okay.
We got this for the number 1 draft pick.
We got to give that Spirit of Smoking Jim. Spirit of Smoking Jim, as Fillmore said. Okay, 5. I hate to put the Colts 5. I'm going to put the Colts 5. Patriots 4 with a bullet going up. Denver still at 3. Seattle 2, and LA Rams number 1.
Oh, no Philly in there. Okay.
No.
All right. Fillmore, what you got for us? Give me your top 5.
Hey, Claudio, that number 1, the same number 1 I said last week. I got looked at kind of crazy when I said it, but it's proven to be true. So, number 5, I do have the Eagles. Number 4, I have the Broncos. Number 3, I have shoot. I forgot how I think the
Patriots?
Nah, because the Patriots I got at 2 and the Rams at 1.
Okay.
Oh man.
Seattle?
Seattle? Thank you, Seattle. Seattle.
Right.
Seattle 3. Seattle 3, Patriots 2, Rams 1.
Okay.
Hey, Luke, see, I didn't put an Italian coach. I didn't put the Italian coach up before the number 5.
All right, Claudio. All right. Benjamin, give me your top 5, man. It can't be Steelers. But I know you're a homer, but you gotta give me something else.
Philly 5, 4 Denver, 3 Patriots, 2 Seattle, 1 Rams.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot of people have the Rams, man. They've been looking pretty good.
Rams are cooking.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. All right, Ralph.
All right. Do you smell what the Rams are cooking? All right. Denver at number 5, Seattle number 4, Philly number 3, the Colts at number 2, and New England number 1.
After that loss, Philly 3, that was a tough loss.
That was a bad.
Oh, we'll come back.
That was a bad look.
That was the Sirianni special there.
I don't know. They're second. They lost the person on his secondary from surgery. I don't know. That might hurt them.
Good point.
As long as they didn't lose Cooper DeJean, it'll be all right.
I knew you were going to say that.
CD cooked them.
That's right. CD and Pickens were cooking them.
They were cooking everybody.
They're getting ready for Thursday meal.
They didn't smell what Dallas was cooking.
Hey, listen. Here's the real list, man. Here's the real list. I got the real list. 5 is Denver Broncos. 4 is the New England Patriots. 3 is the Philadelphia Eagles. That loss, I always had them at number 1 or 2, but that loss woke me up. Seattle is number 2. Number 1, I agree with you guys. It's the LA Rams. It's the LA Rams. They're looking like they might run through the playoffs. Their offense is unstoppable. Matt Stafford is throwing blind passes. He has 2 amazing receivers, man.
And Kevin Dotson's on the offensive line.
Kevin Dotson is playing well. The guard.
Who the funk it? That's called coaching. You can play one place, you can't play another. That's coaching.
That's right. Hey, Luke, before we go, can I ask you guys an opinion? I say within the next 2 years, Myles Garrett will be traded to the Dallas Cowboys. You think that'll happen?
Woo! Come on.
No, the Pittsburgh Steelers, he said he likes Tomlin.
No. Listen, Myles Garrett, I don't think Myles Garrett is going anywhere, but I do know one thing. He's going to break T.J. Watt's record. He has 18 sacks already. And as I said before, and I don't think anybody will question me now, Myles Garrett is better than T.J. Watt. He's just
but you don't
not with talent that T.J. Watt is. I love T.J. Watt, but Myles Garrett is a different animal. He puts pressure on constantly all game long.
But you don't think he'll want to go, and maybe Dallas would be the only team that can afford him?
How is Dallas going to afford him? They're paying the They're going to have Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. They still have guys on defense they have to sign.
Do you remember the Parsons situation? The affordable of Parsons? They can't afford him.
Right. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think we will do it because you figure.
Okay, they can't afford him now, but they can open up some things to get him. I just think that Jerry Jones likes that type of player, likes that type of news. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Okay.
Steven might, but Jerry won't.
Because he'll be the center of attention like he always is. You know?
Steven Jones might make that move, but Jerry won't.
Right.
It's a good thought, though.
Hey, listen, man.
I got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt on the field together.
Don't say that. You live in Maryland now.
I got a better one for you. I got swampland in Florida for sale with alligators in. If anybody wants to buy it, it's for sale. I have a better chance of selling that property than Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt on the same team. So there you go.
Hey, listen, man.
Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. Listen, real quick before we get out of here, I got to give credit to Devin Haney. He's a 3-time division champion. He dropped Brian Norman in the second round and went on in dominant fashion. I had him winning. Also, the Mexican monster, David Benevitez, came and destroyed Anthony
Yarde.
That was horrible the way he beat him up. But it was a great card. Turkey Al-Sheikh put on another great card in Saudi Arabia, but Devin Haney was the star. I didn't think he had it in him, but he went up and proved it. Boxing Authorities is coming back, Claudio. I got another spot for us to do some things that I can't wait to get back and doing it.
What was it, Norman?
Me too. I missed that show like you won't believe.
Hey, well, you know what? He was favorite at one time, but as it got later, Devin Haney came and
because that was after he went down.
Yeah,
he clammed up.
Yeah,
it was over.
He probably was.
Hey, Fillmore, Luther gets mad at me, but Haney he's gonna retire undefeated.
Oh, come on, man, stop! There's one undefeated fighter in recent history, and that's Floyd. There's not going to be.
I got about 3 of them. I told Luther there's about 3 guys.
He got
Andre Ward, right? Andre Ward,
No, I'm talking about current.
He's talking about current. He's Shakur, Haney,
Crawford.
Yeah, and I told you Boots Enos, I think, can be in that number as well. But hey,
yeah, Boots. I tell you what, I know we got to go. That is a complete joke, and it's dangerous for boxing. The Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight, because here's why it's dangerous. If Jake Paul does half decent, that's going to ruin boxing. It's going to ruin it because Tyson could have knocked him out within 30. Tyson could have knocked Jake Paul out within 30 seconds. I don't care what anybody says. And if he does any damage at all to Anthony Joshua, then all bets are off. Just call it WWE.
Yeah. If he
No, you're right, Claudio. I hope he knocks his block off. I do. I hope.
But it should be within the first. It should be within the first minute.
We saw what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou from the MMA. It should look a lot like that fight. He sparked him out in the
even worse. Even worse.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if it's a fixed fight or not. I don't like it. You know that
Jake Paul is the SNL of boxing. He's a spoof.
Saturday Night Live.
That's pretty good.
Hey, but he has a following. He has a following, and
I don't get it.
It's selling. You know, it is what it is. But
hey Fillmore, people like Jake Paul, and they say he's an attraction. Here's my last quote of the night. Mark Brantley, I hope you write this down. If 50,000 people say a stupid thing, it's still a stupid thing.
Claudio's on it with the one-liners, man.
You can't fix stupid.
You can't fix stupid.
Advancement Sports, appreciate you coming on, man. Definitely have to have you back on again. RW Media, make sure you check out him.
Anytime you need me, I'll be available.
Check out Bubbles. He has a number of shows. I think you got something on almost every day of the week now, right?
You had to be their podcast, man. We talk about it all, man. Mainly sports. And sometimes it gets heated.
Other stuff.
Fillmore, what is it again? I can tune in. What is it again, Fillmore?
You had to be their podcast.
Oh, all right. I'll tune into that.
Wow, they got a bunch of smoking gems on there, man. Fillmore's whole personality changed on that one.
There's only one smoking gym, though.
There's only one smoking.
Only one smoking gym.
Only one.
Fillmore
just remember 34, 32.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, look on there. They press the buttons, man. Sometimes I get unprofessional a little bit, but it's fun. It's all in good fun.
And of course, you got to check out ClaudiRosano.com. Make sure you get his book as a page turner. Black Friday, I'm sure he got a couple deals on there. And make sure you check out the website, scsportsworld.com. Giving Tuesday. Help us out. We're doing a lot of good things in the community with the kids. Hey, for everybody, thanks for all the calls. We had LD. We had Mark Brentley. We had Sean. Appreciate you guys in the comments. And check us out next time. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks for all the calls. Thank you, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Please be safe.